Well. The United States of America is bringing Afrikaners, refugees from South Africa, here because of the persecution they're allegedly going through. Now, who are the Afrikaners, you ask? Good question. They're the Dutch. And before we get into this, before we get all the way into this, let us remind you that the European, the caucazoid, is only actually indigenous to Europe. So how did the Dutch get into South Africa? Colonization, and they were the ruling class. They had this thing called apartheid going on. What's apartheid, you ask? Good, excellent question. Apartheid, think about Jim Crow America, and most times it was worse, but it's not an oppression and lipstick stick. Now the thing about the authors of apartheid, they looked to Jim Crow America and to Nazi Germany. The practices that those two nations put into place to subjugate the peoples that were there or whatnot. Well, the Jews weren't really there. No, not important. Because actually it is important. The Jews have been kicked out of like 18 countries. So maybe, right, then we'll get into that later. But the thing is, right, is that once apartheid ended, and the Africans, the indigenous Africans, that's redundant, took back over their nation, and it became difficult for the caucasoids to find work, and then food, and then housing. And so that's what caused these ill conditions. And a few years ago, we believe it was under Donnie's first regime, some congressman or whatever was talking about, we need to go and help and invade. But it's crazy, they keep talking about undocumented peoples being here, and since Donnie got back in office, they started calling them illegal aliens again, but they're bringing these caucasoid people here. And then on top of that, the Ukrainians that came here, getting free college, free housing, free everything, skipping the line over the Latinos. And then, with everything going on in the world, Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, India, Ukraine, Russia, and Poland, this is getting real wild, and we believe it's a setup because there's 3 other African nations that have their own military, and just like there ain't no Uzis made up in Harlem, there ain't no AK-47s or tanks built in Africa. How did they get the weapons? Yeah, Europeans. So overall, it's been a whole setup for World War III, and this World War will actually include Africa because they're going to invade.
REX.